Katz, great to be with you. I have a question. Twitter at Tony Katz is where you give the answer. Do you buy John McCain's excuse? Do you buy this? This is Senator John McCain, of course, the same one who did not vote for Obamacare repeal. The moment came for skinny repeal. Now, skinny repeal was nothing more than a tactic that was going to allow the Senate to send this entire mess of repeal back to the House so they could start going over it in conference. They could start talking about it and coming up with a plan that both the House and the Senate could live with and deal with in regards to repeal. Obamacare is a terrible idea. We should at least start with that. It has failed. We should at least be clear about that. It should be repealed. Of this, there is no question. The rational people out there all know this to be true. It was sold on a lie. It can only be propped up by illegal payments that were allowed or created by then-President Obama to insurance companies as subsidies. Obamacare has no place in civil society. Taking care of people, sure. Forcing people into coverage that they don't want and they can't get out of, so you then give them a tax or a fine or a tax, however you feel about it. Terrible idea. Awful idea. But the question is, do you buy John McCain? John McCain, who famously walked up to the podium and looked Mitch McConnell in the eye, looked him in the eye, he did, and then gave the thumbs down. Look at me. I got a thumb. It goes down. I'm a man. Notice my power. That was John McCain. Well, there's a story out on from Daily Caller where he says that he spoke to President Trump before the vote. He said, "I thank you, Mr. President, for your involvement. I cannot vote for something called skinny repeal. I can't do it. I didn't even see the bill until today. I mean, this is insanity. I appreciate the call, and now I have to go vote, and I'm sorry." Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Republicans didn't screw this up from beginning to end. Republicans screwed it up from beginning to end because they don't know what it takes to be in power. They absolutely don't know how to lead. Far too many of them are only interested in being part of the intelligentsia and chirping from the sidelines in the minority. That's where they clearly like to be. Leadership scares Republicans to death. That much is very obvious. But do you buy this from John McCain? Because I don't. I don't think Senator McCain voted no because he didn't have enough time to read it. I don't think he voted no because it didn't go through regular order. I do think it was a level of vindictiveness. You promised repeatedly to repeal Obamacare. And the time came to simply further the conversation, and you said no. So no, I do not believe him. The question is, I wonder who does. And I wonder why he would even go through this level of machination. Is he trying to clear some things up, a little bit of his legacy before his memoirs come out, before he fades off into that sunset? I only hope under his own power as opposed to the cancer. I'm no fan of him, but I certainly want it to be under his own power. But if you want me now to believe that this was all because he didn't get to read it, it's not that that's not an unacceptable answer to me. It's that I do not believe him. There's my issue. I don't believe Senator John McCain when he says this. And I'm curious to know who out there does. Twitter at Tony Katz, Facebook, Tony Katz Radio. Let me know what you think. I'm Tony Katz.
Hammer and Nigel.
GQ